Alright, so I recently heard about the Israelis bombing Islamic Jihad group in the Gaza Strip, apparently. They claim they killed 10, including senior militant officials, I guess. And Palestinian officials claim that the airstrikes killed at least 10 people, including a 5-year-old girl, and wounded 40 others. Now, a few years ago, I would have believed Israel, but nowadays, with the media and the politicians, I don't know who to believe anymore. So yeah, tensions are rising in the Gaza Strip, West Bank, Israel, etc. And pretty much the same time, you have Nancy Pelosi stirring the pot in Asia. So yeah, here's my tinfoil hat theory. I think it's all part of a plan. More of a mess for Trump to deal with if he gets reelected. I heard that the FBI raided his Mar-a-Lago home. So back to Israel and the West Bank and etc. Um, when I look at this map here, I see, I guess this big area, this West Bank area, I guess that's Palestine, I guess. And then you got the little Gaza Strip there. So when I look at this map, all I see is tension, and here's why. You have this Palestine part here, this West Bank part, and this little strip all the way deep into Israel. So here's my thought. Why don't you take the land size of this Gaza Strip and add it to the northern part of the West Bank there? Because that little strip, it's a threat to Israel, but at the same time, the Israelis can blockade it and shut it off whenever they want. So if you just take that landmass and just add it on the northern part of the West Bank, I think you'd solve a lot of tension. But of course, not all of it, because then the Palestinians wouldn't have access to the sea, because that's what the Gaza Strip is, I guess. But at the same time, if you give them sea access, it probably cut Israel in half, pretty much. The final thing I could think of, move the whole territory mass of West Bank to the northern part. That way they're bordering Lebanon, and that way they could have sea access. And what I mean by that, I'm not talking about giving them more land. You just take what they already have and you resettle them to the northern part. Would that tick off the Palestinians? Hell yeah, because they'll have to be relocated. Would it tick off the Israelis living in the north? Hell yeah, but that's the thing with life. You can't make everybody happy, and if you make one group happy, you'll tick off the other. So it's just best to make everybody content. And in my opinion, if you do that, you just move them to the north, then they can actually be a solid, unified country, not a big mass here and a little sliver deep inside Israel over there. Alright, well, I heard about this like a couple days ago. More will probably come out and we'll see what happens. But that's just my little quick ramble. Take care.